There we go. Thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I how about now? Can you hear me now? If you could hear me, just give me a thumbs up or whatever. I was behind the scenes trying to help out our guest for tonight. Should be good to go now. Let me. Okay, thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I was behind the scenes trying to help out our guest for tonight. We have Chip Schultz from one of the camps up there in Ocala. His camp's hosting the division reunion again this year. They hosted it last year. So we're gonna be. I was working with him, trying to get his microphone and his camera working. We know we got his camera working, but we're gonna bring him up here shortly and see if if you guys can hear his microphone. But yeah, I mean, all a lot of different camps throughout the Florida division were very active this entire month with the Confederate Memorial Day. Chip's going to talk about the division reunion and what his camp was up to last night for their Memorial Day service. Uh, in the meantime, in the this weekend when I can sit down, I'm going to be taking all your pictures that you guys have taken throughout this month and put them to a little video that we'll show next month. So, like I said, busy month for a lot of the camps throughout the division. Uh, do, a message from our Florida Division adjutant, camp commanders. If you have anybody that your division awards need to be sent in by Thursday evening. So if you got anybody that you're putting in for a Florida Division award, it needs to be emailed to Rick Roberts by this Thursday evening, tomorrow evening. So get that in so he can print them out, get them all squared away for the division for the upcoming reunion. Oh, man, been a crazy week. So, like I said, division reunion's coming up 6th of June. If you haven't registered for the division reunion, register now. This way, Bob Highball, Chip Schultz, and the rest of the men from Camp 1865 can get their ducks in a row. That way, we can have a great, smooth reunion. So please register today. You can even book your hotel. So, what I say? Hey, there's Bobby Van Zant, the man with the camp 1381 at a St. Pete, Florida. I did get an email today from one of their members. The Stonewall Jackson Camp 1381 will be having their annual picnic on Saturday, May the 16th, 2026 at 1 p.m. at the War Veteran Memorial Park, shelter number 5. That's over there by Bay Pines, over in St. Pete. If you're a veteran, you know where Bay Pines is. It's 9600 Bay Pines Boulevard, Seminole, Florida. All are invited to attend, but if you would get with Bobby Van Zant, let them know that you're planning on attending because they need to be able to get the hamburgers, hot dogs, and all that stuff for their camp picnic. Dotto Gaines is in the house tonight. We got Victor Smith, Al, David Lincoln, Kim Hofecker, Linda Hudson, Wilford Owens, Johnny Jenkins, Welcome everybody. I know a lot of you are not a part of the Florida Division, but you want to keep updated with what the Florida Division is doing. So thank you all for joining us tonight. We got our Army of Tennessee Councilman Roy Hudson in the house. I guess we need to behave now, so we don't get a phone call later. So let me put this out there. This way it keeps me out of the doghouse and not get a phone call from our division commander, our AOT councilman, our AOT commander, or our national leadership. So we got that going on. Now I'm going to try to get Laura Schultz to come on. And she's going to talk about her camp fundraiser, her OCR chapter fundraiser. They're doing calendars. It's going to help them with their 501c4. So that way they can get legalized and do a whole bunch of fun stuff. They support the Camp 1865 and their projects. Now, I know various different members from multiple camps are going to this event. This is this Saturday. The reason I'm pushing it, I'm very involved with the Alva Museum and helping them out with their Florida 250 Cracker Cowboy Festival, a heritage celebration this Saturday, Living History Day from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Cowboy whip cracking, rigging, swamp cabbage cooking, cowboy music, and storytellers. A whole bunch of fun stuff. If you want to experience some old Florida, please come this Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Alva Museum. You'll see me there. You see Camp Commander Brad from the Okeechobee camp, and some of his members will be there. They're all Leon Arthur and members from his chapter from Arcadia will be there. I'll be there, and some of the members from my camp down in Naples, Florida will be there too. This is to celebrate our heritage and our history with Cracker Cowboys. I did some information for them on their Florida Cow Cavalry Company A, which is Captain Hendry, Lieutenant Bogus, my camp namesake, and other stuff about Company A of the Florida Cow Cavalry. To the north of my area, you have Company B, which right around Tampa, Plant City, and all that. That was with Captain Leslie. So keep that in mind. We'll go a little bit more detail later this summer as it's hot and wet, and a lot of us don't want to be outside. We're going to go in a little bit more detail about the Cow Cavalry on that. So that's my plan for an episode this summer. Keep in mind, June, division reunion. July, national reunion. It's going to be a big one. It's an election year. So we have various different people running for national office. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So we're going to bring Chip and Laura on and let me know if you guys can hear them. Good evening, Chip and Laura.
Good evening.
Laura, I heard you. I heard Laura.
Can you hear Chip?
No, I cannot hear Chip, but I heard you, Laura.
Okay. Chip, you want to come back here? Okay. So you just want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah, go ahead and go, Laura.
All right. So this is for the OCR side of the reunion. Our website is floridaocrreunion.com. You can go on there and purchase your tickets for the OCR side of the reunion. And you can also sign up for the banquet on that side. But to get the link for the hotel side and for the banquet side, you'll need to go to the SCV's website for the reunion. On our calendars, we're still doing our calendar project right now. We still have a few of those left. We're trying to raise the $600 that we need for our 501c4 status for Chapter 18. That's pretty much all that I got, other than on the reunion. If anybody wants to print out and mail in their registration form, Annette has those available on the website also. And that's all on my side.
Give me a second. I am looking for your link for the OCR.
It's floridaocrreunion.com.
I must have did it wrong because it's coming up. Reserve your domain name.
Oh, no.
Oh, and that got it. Well,
okay.
Sorry, Charles LeRae. I click. There you go. And that got it. Thanks, Annette.
Thank you.
And I got to remember that one too. I got to get that uploaded for future shows. And Annette, can you DM me that? That way I can save it for future shows all the way up to when we have the reunion.
Also, we'll still be having the ditty bag items. So if the chapters want to we'll be having that all set up for Friday night so everybody can assemble those and put those together for Friday night.
Oh, okay. Chip's making his way down to you, Laura.
Yep. Let me get out of his way. He's just going to have my backdrop behind him.
That's all right.
Can you hear me now?
No, sit down and watch.
Wait. All right.
Have your phone. Now, ask him if he can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
You're good to go, Chip.
Okay.
You're good now.
I have your pictures uploaded, so let me get this put out there. We got the Florida Division reunion scrolling down at the bottom. So,
okay, that's our website for the reunion. To go there to register, has a link there to go to the motel and reserve your room at a discounted price. We have in the Friday night reception again. It's gonna be right there at Arthur's again. You'll have to go to the bar to get your liquor. We're not gonna have a bartender there to try and save some costs, but it's only 20 foot to walk over to the bar to get a drink or a beer. And then Saturday morning will be the business meeting. We're trying to be done by about lunchtime to give people time to go rest or go sightseeing or grab a bite to eat or something for lunch. And it is the 56th annual Florida Division reunion, and it is an election year. So we have everybody turn out to vote. Because we don't vote for good stewards of the Confederacy, then we won't have much of a Confederacy left to support and honor our ancestors, because they gave all for what they believed in, what we believe in. So, of course, the venue is going to be at the Hilton in Ocala, right there at Highway 200 and I-75, beside the Lowe's store, same place it was last year. Going to be in the same ballroom and stuff. We're going to have a little bit bigger ballroom because the ladies for the OCR are going to be around the corner in a different space. And past Commander-in-Chief Jason Boshers is going to be our keynote speaker for the Saturday night banquet. So that should be a good time for all. And we want every camp to bring their flags, and if they want to have a color guard to march their flag in, someone in uniform, or if we want to place one around the room, like we did last year. Just remember to watch. You don't hit the ceilings or the lights with the taller flag staffs. If anybody has any questions, I can't see any comments or something here. So if somebody has a question for us, I guess.
Yes. Yeah, as soon as they have a question for you, Chip, I'll put it up on the screen and I'll read it out to you.
Okay. So we're waiting for any questions to pop up. I'm going to tell you about we had our Confederate Memorial Day service last night at the Old Joe statue in Veterans Park in Ocala. There at 25th Street and Silver Springs Boulevard. With our 6th year doing it. So we've kind of laid claim to we're using that statue, so they have a reason to try and take this one down. We have a standing room or standing in for the courts to where we're using it, not just letting it be sitting in the park by itself.
I have your pictures ready, Chip. Just tell me what picture you want and I'll bring it up.
I don't, because my system's not working well. I'm on my wife's computer, so I don't know. I don't have her picture. My picture's in here. I'm scared if I touch anything on this, I'm going to lose you or lose my sound or something stupid is going to happen.
I know the feeling.
But if you flash pictures up on the screen, will I see them too, or will it just be?
You should. Let me pop one up and let me know if you can see it.
Okay, that's Bob there speaking. I can't tell who that is there watching, but that's just a picture I took random. All these pictures should be on our Facebook page, Camp 1865. There's a picture of the back of some people sitting there waiting for the ceremony to start. Bob's walking over somewhere. Yeah, we had our little podium and our flags, and the message last night was on the empty chair. Meaning for all the soldiers that didn't come home, there's always an empty chair, whether it be at the dinner table or at the church pew or behind the mule plowing the fields. There's always an empty space, an empty space in people's hearts from everyone we lost during this terrible battle.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a pretty good speech. Bob likes to keep them about 20 minutes so we can get ready to eat because we're all kind of liking food.
Yep. How was the turnout at your event?
It was pretty good. We had about 30 people showed up.
Wow. Cool.
So we had missing some people because there was some type of a documentary thing going on for the Washington Artillery. So they were supposed to be out somewhere filming, acting out something or another. Haven't got all the details yet from Walt or Ross, but we'll find out when everything gets together. When last time I talked to Ross was last Friday, and he said they're changing their mind every day about when they're going to do it and where they're going to do it. And not Walt, I'm sorry, Walt, not Ross.
Okay.
But Walt Cook.
Yep.
So he wasn't sure if he was going to be able to make it. He didn't make it. His daughter Amanda came and she read a poem.
Oh,
there's a picture of her walking up to the stage, I think. She's wearing a period dress, a black skirt, I believe it was.
Yeah, I didn't get that picture, and I went to all the ones that you.
And there's about 20 minutes of video. I recorded most of the whole thing on video. It's on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
It's all loaded. I haven't gone back and checked it because I'm not very computer smart, as we can tell. I may not have my speakers work.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm just glad you're able to come on tonight.
But last night also, Mr. Richard Amy came up for our presentation and our dinner and such. We had a good turnout of food from potluck dinner and stuff. But he is the man that's donating the land on I-4 in Polk City for a new flag site.
Wow.
So the flag site's going to be on I-4 right there, middle of Polk City. It's like the third exit for Polk City. We have a website up for that now. It is the i4flagsite.org. If you want to go there to donate or go there to see our progress, so we have to raise the money to build the the little park. We'll make it a veterans park, Veterans Memorial Park there for our Confederate soldiers. We talked about maybe doing a brick thing for any veterans that want to donate a brick in somebody's honor.
Oh, that's cool.
And the property is kind of behind some houses. It's like the buffer between I-4 and the houses. It's got about a 25-foot wide access between two houses to get to the property. So it's accessible, and we'll be able to. We'll talk about putting some benches in there to have a little seating area around the flag to sit and contemplate and remember all who died for everything for this country and for the Southern cause.
There you go. I got your camp website up. It's scrolling at the bottom of the screen.
SCVcamp1865.com is our camp website.
Yes, sir.
That's separate from the reunion website, which is FloridaDivisionReunion.com. But you can't. I believe there's a link on our campsite to go to the reunion site to order tickets and such, and the link for to get the rooms at the discounted rate. And also, if anybody has any special dietary needs or anything, let us know as soon as you register, because the sooner we get that to the hotel staff, the easier it is to make sure everything is done for the dinner. And I know we've got a couple of people that requested a first floor room for full handicap. So if you have those kind of needs, let us know, and we'll verify with the motel that they got your request when you put it in.
Cool.
And I said we will have a bar at the Saturday night dinner banquet.
Right.
We're going to have at the Friday night meet and greet. There's going to be there in Arthur's gathering area right there to the right of the bar, motel bar there. So it's only like a 20-foot walk to go get you a cocktail or a beer. And we're my mind just went blank. Sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, also last night we had Captain Ronnie from the SCV Mechanized Cavalry came to our event, him and Marty. And they brought Dylan, so it was a good time by all.
Cool.
We had CDC people there. Jerry couldn't make it. He was at another prior commitment, Jerry Peacock. But he had representation from his camp came. I believe his name was Reggie. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry if I said the wrong name.
Jerry said to contact Jeffro for the color guard.
My wife just told me that if anyone wants to be in the color guard, contact Jeffro. So Jeffro will be being nominated, whether you know it or not.
Jeffro or Jerry, either one.
You can contact Jeffro or Jerry. We'd like to have as many walk in as we could to make a nice presentation of the flags and camp flags. And remember, it's voting year, so we get many to come out as we can to vote and get in preparation to try and get other camps to go to the national that's coming up also rather quickly.
Mm-hmm.
This is a big voting year for that too. Because we'd like to see Roy get in there representing Florida.
So, Bob said that you're running for brigade commander in your area.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
stepping down from that role, and I'm going to run for his replace him.
Cool.
I've been kind of around behind him to see what needs to be done for visiting other camps and making suggestions and offering any kind of help we can.
Right. Is there any ideas or something that you want to bring into your area as being a brigade commander?
I just like to see more of the camps get involved with more, trying to recruit more people. We need to have not a group of replacements necessarily, but more people to come in and join us, because as we all age out, we're going to need more help. We can attract younger members to try and help us out with the headstone cleaning and stuff. And we've got 480 linear feet of fence we still need to get installed at our Burleson family cemetery up in Citra. That's going to be a major undertaking. I'm still waiting on the response from Home Depot for the donations I've asked for the concrete and some tools and such to help us get this fence put in. Because we got the fence was donated by Annabella Manufacturing here in Ocala.
Oh, that's cool.
Mike, he's a good guy. He when he was in college, he got some type of some little scholarship or donation from the SCV, so he's paying back by giving us, looks like 480 linear feet of fencing. It's gonna be a nice wrought iron. I believe you got a picture of it there somewhere that I sent you.
Yes. There we go.
I took it up to the camp and just stood it up there beside a guide wire to show what it'll look like around the cemetery.
Oh, that's cool.
From the back there, back behind it, if you look kind of between the bars, you can kind of see the rock wall that's around the family of the Burleson family. And then to the right of that are some other headstones. There's at least 5 Confederates buried outside of the family. And I think there's 4 or 5 family members that are buried there. So when we get that fence on there, it'll be a nice improvement for that cemetery. We're going to have at the front main side of it, we're going to have a 4-foot man gate to walk in, and we're going to try and put a flagpole there when you first walk in with a couple of little benches to have a place to sit and, like I said, remember and just say a prayer for the fallen and for us and this country. And then on the side, we're going to have a double 8-foot gates to make a 16-foot opening so we can pull a trailer in there or lawn equipment to mow and do stuff like that. And get the limbs and such out on the trailer when we do a cleanup in the fall, or if we have any hurricane, because there's a lot of old trees in there. So when we have any kind of storms up that way, we always have a lot of limbs down, and if we have one tree fall back in the back. Luckily, it didn't take out any headstones that we know of, because there's quite a few unmarked graves. We're going to try and get the ground penetrating radar to try and locate if these actual indentations are graves, and see if we can find some type of documentation to prove who they are.
I have an idea on that that may help you out. Check with some of the major universities that have a archaeology department, and sometimes they may come out as part of their study.
Yes, I've talked to the lady that was doing the excavation down in Sumterville last year, and she said they'd be interested in trying something like that. But I've also talked to the Levy County Historical Society, and they have a GPR system that's been donated to them, and it's supposed to be they have a certain amount of hours of training came with it. So whoever manufactured this GPR is supposed to be able to come out and work with you and show you how to use it.
Yeah.
To get it set up and operational. So
that's cool.
We use that to do it ourselves. Like I said, we just need to have more recruitment and more people to get involved. We always seem to have the same 5 or 6 people that always show up for the same things. We just get more activity going.
Yep.
Jerry's wanting to know, when are you setting any headstones, when and where, if he wants to help?
We're waiting on some headstones. Jerry asked about some headstones being set. I have 2 that we have to set. Kind of a strange situation on that. We got to get permission from the man to get on his farm to get to this private land cemetery, and he's not returning our calls. So we're getting Bobby Grenier involved to try and go down there and talk to the man in person and just tell him we want to go in and put our headstones in and honor the fallen.
Yep.
But we have a bunch ordered from Donna. She's got a bunch of headstones ordered for us, and we're going to, as soon as they come in, I think things are backing up a little bit in that system because of the government shutdown that's going on again. Our fearless leaders can't seem to lead us where they can't fight amongst each other without stopping things from happening because one side don't like the other. But as soon as things get rolling on that again, we should be getting some headstones in. They'll be delivered either to my house or Bob's, and we both have access to tractors to unload them, secure them on our property safely until they get ready to be put in.
Yep.
And for the areas where we have to have a licensed cemetery person, I've talked to a lady here in Levy County that would be glad to go out and show her paperwork to whoever wants to require the paperwork. We just buy her a lunch. She don't want a big amount of money for it. One guy would say he wanted $500 for each one he helped us set. And I thought that's kind of outrageous. The lady I talked to in Levy County is very nice. She has a headstone company, and she does headstones and sets them. She's got the licensing and all that good stuff. So,
yep.
Some of the private cemeteries don't need that, but some of the public owned, where they have the boards of directors and all that, they want to see somebody licensed when they go on the property to dig the hole to set the headstone.
Yep. Each cemetery is different.
Yeah.
Some of the small ones you can go right in, take care of business as long as you have their permission. Other ones, bigger ones that are owned by the county or state, different story.
Jerry's wanting you to say something about Bobby Grenier's thing that's coming up. That's it. The museum symposium.
Okay. I don't know if y'all know, but Bob Highball now is a member of the Citrus County Historical Society. He's on their board. He volunteered for it, got nominated through their system, and got elected into it. So he's a board member of a historical society. And the more involved we get with other historical or veterans groups like that, the more they take us serious, because most of them don't even know who we are other than they see the rebel flag on our logos and they think we're a bunch of racists or something.
Yep.
So if we get out more in the community and show them what we do and who we are, so anybody that has any type of stuff like that, like Bobby Grenier has his museum sharing symposium coming up again. It's May 6th. It's a Wednesday. It's part of the Celebrating America 250. Bob and Jerry Peacock have been going to them. I think they've gone to 2 of them, or maybe 3 even so far. It's down there in Tavares. It's at that nice facility there on the lake. It's a beautiful building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. My wife just corrected me. This is in a different spot. This is in the West Orange Heritage and Cultural Center, 21 East Plant Street, Winter Garden.
Okay.
RSVP Bobby Grenier, please. And I can't read that part. If you want to contact Bobby, I have an email. It's bobbyag22@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to RSVP, it's got a little flyer here. I should have sent that to you. I don't know if you can get to that or not there, Sean.
If you email it to me, I'll get it up as soon as I can.
Okay, the boss is taking care of that project for me.
Yep.
Reminds me of when it's probably my second or third meeting being as an adjutant. My first one I went by myself, and Laura was just getting into the OCR, and we hadn't decided if the OCR was going to be part of our meetings or not. For our camp meetings, we decided they would be, because the OCR is supposed to support the SCV. So if they don't know what we're doing, how are they going to support us? So she's there to get an idea what we got planned coming up and such. We had a guest, I forget his name. I'm sorry, I'm terrible with names. The man from from Panhandle area that does much of the cemetery stuff.
Mark Bass?
Yeah. No, not Mark Bass, the other one. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I can't remember. I'm sorry about names.
Kelly Crocker.
Kelly Crocker.
Yep. Past division commander.
He was there, and my wife was there taking notes for me, and he said, "I thought you were the adjutant." And I said, "I am." He said, "Well, that's the first secretary I've seen that has a secretary." Because she couldn't read my chicken scratches while she was taking my notes. So.
Got it. All right. There's your museum sharing symposium.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta work on that one to get a little bit bigger so our peeps can read it.
Okay, we'll put it on our Facebook page also.
Perfect.
Go to Facebook, Camp 1865. I'm not sure if Bob's going to have that on the our SCV Camp 1865 website. It's floating across the bottom of the screen there. Does anybody have any questions yet?
Yeah, but somebody that's joined the show a little bit late. Let's give him a happy birthday, Camp Commander for Camp 1865, Bob Highball.
Good evening, Commander.
Huh?
Hope I didn't embarrass him too bad.
Well, you're probably getting a phone call later if you did.
I'm sure.
So if you guys want to wish him a happy birthday, put it in the chat. I'm sure Bob would appreciate it. So yeah, community involvement is definitely a good thing for any camp. Just like Chip was talking about, the more that the community knows you and knows who you are and what you represent, the more likely they're going. If anything comes up about the War of Northern Aggression or the Confederacy, they're going to call you first. They do in my area. They call me. I work well with various different museums in my area. Yeah, just like Chip and Bob Highball just talked about. They do great in their community with their different museums and working with their community. Chip, I know you got a community project that you go out and help out veterans.
Yes, it's the new Community Service Corps. And as a idea me and Bob had, my simple idea was to help Mary and Donna get a new door put on. And then Bob said, well, I'm sure it's happening all over the state and all over the country of older folks that need a hand getting something done. And there's all these scam artists coming by trying to rip them off, wanting $20,000 put in 2 doors. So Bob's come up with a Community Service Corps, and it's on our website. And he shared it with people in Tennessee, shared it with the state division. Roy Hudson's picked up on it as part of his campaign platform. So anybody that knows of a veteran needs any kind of assistance, a ramp built, a door fixed, a window fixed, something simple that's not a big major project, but just some little handyman type stuff needs to be done, contact us through the website. On our website is also the phone number. You can call and leave a message or send a text message.
Since you and Bob Highball started that project, how many veterans have you helped out?
It's fairly new, so we're in the process of helping a lady across the street from me.
Oh, okay, cool.
That her father fought in World War II, and she's a senior. She's in her 70s, and she was trying to get the USAA insurance through her father was a veteran from the foreign wars.
Yeah.
And they denied her. So we're trying to because she didn't have the proper documentation. She could not find his DD-214. So we're trying to help her get that. So she has proper paperwork to turn in to the USAA insurance to try and get a better rate on her insurance, because we all know insurance is outrageous in Florida. And we've talked to, I know there's a man in Levy County we're talking to try and get some fencing fixed, repaired. Working on that with Dale. If we can get Dale to get us in better contact with him to get that done, it seems like we have quite a bit of fencing stuff to take care of. But so far, like I said, it's a new event, a new group that's just getting rolling, and we're trying to spread the word. We got our meetings at the VFW here in Ocala And we told them about it and said, if anybody there needs any help, let us know. And they're all excited about it, wanting to see if we find somebody who needs help and let them know if they can help too. Because that VFW there also has a pretty active motorcycle group in it too. So it seems like the motorcycle groups tend to want to go more places, I guess, because we can ride motorcycles instead of having to ride in a cage to try and ride out and do more help.
But, yeah, sometimes it's difficult to put a 2x4 on a motorcycle, though.
It can be done, though. I've hauled tires, and I go haul boxes to my wife for shipping, UPS all the time. I got a little wheelie bar thing on the back of my motorcycle, so I don't turn it over and get all packages on it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Well, I did get some news that came in from your area up there in Ocala. Well, everybody's thinking of questions to ask you. Let me bring this up. Not to steal your thunder or anything, Chip. That way, when questions come up, I'll put it on the screen for you.
Okay.
But this picture was sent in by, let me go. Members of the Private William Riley Milton Camp 741 presented a Hundley Award at the Umatilla High School. This is the third year that the SCV's done so at this school. Presented were Bobby Grenier, that we were just talking about him.
See Vic there.
Yeah, Turner Kennedy and Camp Commander. Camp Commander Victor Smith. Victor Smith was allowed several minutes to address the crowd about the SCV and the friends of the SCV. Okay. Cool.
That's good.
Where did it go? So, that's some cool things from a camp up in your area.
Yeah, he's in the 8th Brigade.
Yeah.
I've been going to his meetings some with Bob.
Cool. How's his meetings been?
They're good. Small turnout usually.
Yeah.
But it's hard to get people to come to meetings once a month. We gotta get more people involved. But he has a young member there.
Right.
I believe he's 13. And he's interested, and he's doing some reenactment stuff, and he's in the SCV. So
cool.
It's one young member we have. We can get more youngsters involved. I think the better off we would be.
Yeah.
I think he joined the Washington Artillery.
Yeah, but he's doing reenacting. I think he's in the Washington Artillery.
Oh, okay. Is it the Washington Artillery? That's Terry Beasley's cannon, right?
Yes, his cannon, Ross's cannon. I believe Bob Woolley has a cannon he brings out sometimes for him.
Oh, okay.
But it's a pretty neat thing. If you've never been to a reenactment, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. We've lost a lot of reenactments in the state. I remember about 20 years ago, you could go to a reenactment just about every weekend. Those were fun times.
But if we don't talk about the history, and it's going to die out, and it's going to be repeated, because those don't learn from history repeat it. We don't want to have that again.
Good point.
Chip.
Yes.
Victor just sent and said that Turner is Camp 741 new Youth Recruitment Committee Chairman.
Victor just sent to us that Turner, the young man I was talking about a minute ago, is their camp youth recruitment committee member. Chairman.
Oh, cool.
So he's trying to recruit some people his own age group. So
yeah,
we got to be through word of mouth and like I said, show them what we do and go into a Hunley presentation. That's a fairly big honor for whoever's receiving the Hunley.
Yeah.
And if it's the way they're starting out their military career, kind of gives them a leg up over everybody else.
Now, Chip, outside of your camp Facebook page or website, when your camp does an event, do you guys put it in like a newspaper or something like that?
We just do Facebook blasts. We don't up here. The paper is kind of, I think, a little bit left leaning and don't want to hear from us much.
Right.
But when we do events, we always have pamphlets, and now we have the poker chips with our camp logo on one side, and the other side has a QR code that takes you right to our website. We have these postcard size who we are explanation type cards that we pass out. It has all the information, QR code, take you to the website.
We also advertise at all events we set up.
And any event that me and my wife do, we try and set up. We have these pull-up banners we got through the grants here a couple years ago. So since I'm in administration of, I got a big storage area is why I got voted to hold on to all this stuff. So we take them to our shows we do for Dixie Fixins, my wife's business, and we try and display it in our tent. I've been doing a little donation bucket with a little small rebel flag on it, battle flag, trying to get donations for the flag site. And so far, I had 2 people curse at me over it, call me a racist or a KKK member or whatever they want to think that associated with the battle flag. But before I can debate with them and explain to them the history of behind that flag and behind why things were happening, they'll just call me a racist and run away.
Yep.
People like that, there's no use trying to argue with them. I've thought about chasing them down and trying to shake some sense into them, but that wouldn't do no good.
No, that way it gets you locked up and in jail.
But like I said, the ones that are mostly against you or don't have the courage to try and debate you with words, they just want to yell bad things at you and run away. And it's some people are timid. They like look around before they put the money into the bucket to see if somebody was watching them, because they're worried about what somebody might say to them. I mean, it takes a lot to stand up for what you believe in.
Yep.
I mean, I wear a battle flag hat almost every day. My company logo has a battle flag in it.
Cool.
The CSA for Chip Schultz Acoustics, little selfless plug there. But it says CSA. It's like the belt buckle is what I designed it off of. But so I put that out there, and people don't really give me a hard time about wearing the Confederate stuff, I guess, because I'm kind of a bigger, hairy guy that they don't want to mess with. But I understand why some people would be intimidated by if somebody was to say something to them. I mean, I get some looks sometimes, but it don't bother me.
Jerry said that Bob handed out a Hunley Award to a student cadet in Canto High School.
Yeah.
Canto, Florida.
Yeah, I think we talked about that already.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We mentioned about Bob's doing another Hunley Award tonight. We haven't got any pictures from him yet.
Nope. As soon as he posts them on your camp Facebook page, I usually share them on the Look Around Florida Facebook page.
Okay. I don't know if you can send one to us now or not.
Yeah, I try to keep everybody up to date, because we have so many camps within the Florida Division that do good work.
Yes.
As soon as I see it, I share it on the Look Around Florida Facebook page. So,
would you happen to know what camp is in Indian River County?
give me Indian River.
Yes.
Indian River, Florida. Let me see if it comes.
Should be just north of Port St. Lucie.
Yep.
Or St. Lucie County. I'm sorry. Not.
Oh, that's over there by Cocoa Beach.
Melbourne.
Yeah.
Hudson says none.
Yeah, that'd be the J.J. Dickerson camp.
Okay. A friend of the family is up here helping me do some electrical work on my house I'm trying to build. He lives down that way, and he's got an ancestor. His great-grandfather was a captain in the Confederacy. It was Captain Rogers. So he might be kin to our Colonel Samuel St. George Rogers, who's our camp is named after for the Hammock Guard.
Ooh, yeah. According to Roy, right now, he said there is no camp up in that area, but I believe it's in the middle of several camps surrounding that area. But there's no camp.
There's one in Port St. Lucie. He's about
area.
20 miles north of Port St. Lucie.
Port St. Lucie.
St. Lucie County.
I know Port St. Lucie. I've been there for different conventions over the years, but my mind's drawing a blank. Yeah,
I think Jim Odell is down there somewhere.
Yeah, Jim Odell, he's down there.
Fort Pierce.
Fort Pierce area.
Okay.
Because I know the J.J. Dickerson camp, they have members up and down that area, but Jim Odell's down in the Fort Pierce area.
Roy said Camp 1595 is in Fort Pierce.
Give me a minute. I'm on my camp locator right now.
Is that Roy said that?
Roy said Camp 1595 is in Fort Pierce.
Roy said Camp 1595 is Fort Pierce.
Yep. You're also near. Yeah. Yeah, because you're in the middle of his camp, the J.J. Dickerson camp, and I don't know if the Cattle Guard Battalion Camp 2115 Christmas is still alive or not. I haven't heard from them in years. Hey, speaking of Warren Collette, there's Warren. Yep. But I'll send this to you, Chip.
Okay. See, he went to our reunion last night. Not our reunion, our memorial service last night, and he enjoyed it.
Oh, cool.
He liked the empty chair. He asked Bob for a copy of it. The little speech Bob gave.
Sweet.
I'll try and talk Bob into posting that on our Facebook page so it can be out there for everybody to see. Does anybody else ask any more questions? Or
I have not seen any questions come up.
I think we're getting pretty close on time, aren't we?
Actually, we got 1 minute warning. So, guys and girls, I want to say thank you to Laura and Chip Schultz for coming on tonight. This is their first time, and hopefully many more to come. My goal is to bring you guys, the camp commanders, brigade commanders, and all that from all over the state, especially if they have projects that they're working on, not only SCV, OCR, and UDC as well, to keep you updated of what the Florida Division, SCV, UDC, and OCR is up to. So, I want to say thank you to Chip and Laura for taking time out of their busy schedule today to come on to give you some updates of what they're doing with their OCR chapters in SCV camp. Thank you. Gentlemen, go with God this week, and hopefully he blesses you. Had a good week. Safe travels. And we'll be seeing you next Wednesday for more updates throughout the Florida Division. So stay Southern, stay out of trouble, and may God bless you. Have
Thank
a
you,
good
Sean.
night, and thank you.
My name is Nelson W. Winbush. I'm a member of the Jacob Sumner Camp 1516 Sons of Confederate Veterans. My reason for joining the Sons of Confederate Veterans after the NAACP declared they would destroy and remove everything Confederate in 1990, I decided that I would do all I could to make sure that people understood what the Confederacy stood for.